Hello all, welcome to Greg the Grilling Guy. Here we take our health very seriously and we try to cook conscious of that. No, I'm just kidding, I'm making liver tonight! Hey all, welcome back to the channel. If you like what you see here, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. That way you'll get notifications when we put out new videos and you can see what we happen to be cooking that week. So as I mentioned, today is liver day, and I love me some liver. So, prior to shooting the video, I prepped the liver. So I took this, I prepped the liver by drinking a lot. No, different liver. I prepped this liver by rinsing it off when it came out of the package just to make sure it's clean. I then patted it dry, which I'm not really certain why I patted it dry, because I then immediately covered it with milk. Now, I put this covered it in milk in the fridge for about 60 minutes. It tends to kind of take away some of the sharper flavors in there, kind of mellows it out, and gives it a nicer finish on the liver. So 60 minutes should be good enough on that. I then took it, patted it dry again, because apparently I'm obsessive compulsive, and I put a little bit of a rub on there. It's just a garlic and salt and pepper, a little bit of dehydrated onion in there. I also put some gluten-free flour on there. You don't need to put the flour on. I like to do it because I find it gives it a bit more of a crispy flavoring once it gets deep fried. So I also chopped up some onions to go along, because hey, it's either liver and bacon or liver and onions, but why can't it be both? Let's see. So today you saw that we chopped up some onions to go with this, but I mentioned you could do liver with bacon or with onions. That's right, for those of you who've been watching the channel for a while, I'm using Bacon Up bacon grease. You have to lubricate this pan with something. It's got to cook in some type of oil or grease. Get a big chunk of that in there to stir it out. Let that render down, and then we will add the onions in to get them cooked. With the bacon grease rendered down, I'm going to add in the onions, and I'm going to saute those till they're just slightly translucent and soft. That's the way I like them with my liver. So we'll get these things in here cooking first. And I'm going to use the same pot to cook the liver in, because I want to make sure it gets some of that onion and bacon flavor from the cook as well. So let's get these things sauteed up, and then we'll work on the bacon. The onions look like they softened up nicely, so I'm going to get them into the barbecue to keep warm, and we'll move on to the liver. The onion absorbs some of the bacon grease, so I'm going to put a bit more in and let that render out before I put the liver in, because I want to make sure I've got full coverage around the bottom of the pot. Besides, who says there's such a thing as too much bacon grease? My wife, my doctor, Food and Drug Administration? Well, they're not here right now, so I'm cooking in bacon grease. These things are ready to go in. I have this cast iron over a medium-high heat because I want it to be fairly warm. And I want to make sure I've got enough bacon grease in the bottom to get full coverage across the liver. It is not going to take long to cook up. And it's going to cook in there. It'll get a bit of the flavor from the onions and obviously a lot from the bacon. So we're going to flip this thing probably 2 or 3 times, but it will not take long to cook. You can see it's firming up already. I like the color that that's turning now. I'm going to cook this thing for probably 2 to 3 minutes more. Flipping it a couple times, you'll actually start to see a bit of the juice start to seep out. When you stop seeing that, you pretty much know it's done. You don't want to eat raw liver, but you don't want to overdo it as well. There is kind of a medium brown. It's like any type of meat to cook. Yeah, I'm not the way that's looking right now. You see, there's still some juices being pushed out, so I want to give it one more flip and then cook it just a bit longer to the point where I don't see the juices releasing, and then we're going to put it over to warm on the barbecue. You feel those are getting firm, which means they're just about ready to be moved off the heat, and then we're going to go for the good stuff. I've removed the liver from the pan. I put it on a plate. I put it inside the barbecue that I have on low, because I want to keep it warm while I do the final step. We're going to make a red wine reduction glaze. So we'll take some wine, pour it into the cast iron pan, which is still really hot, It's got all the juices from the liver. It's got the bits and pieces that came off of there, the onions. This is really going to be a nice topping. So I'm using the Cabernet today. Typically you could use a Cabernet or a Merlot. Those both tend to work really well. We're just going to dump the wine into there. That's for the liver for dinner. This is for my liver. And yes, I am drinking out of a red Solo cup wine glass. If you watch the channel for a while, you've seen me cooking in cargo shorts and Crocs, so really that surprise. Now as the glaze continues to reduce, it's actually going to cook off most of the alcohol, so you don't need to worry about that. It will thicken up a bit, but as I say, you don't need to worry about eating the glaze and driving. This, on the other hand. Okay, the reduction's thickening up just nicely, so let's get this stuff inside and get this liver plated. Well, let's see how we made out. Looks good. Oh man, I love liver. We're gonna plate this tonight with some Brussels sprouts, mashed potatoes, sauteed onions, and the wine reduction sauce. So I'm really looking forward to this. I can't wait to get in. So hey guys, like I say, if you like what you see, please think about hitting like and subscribe so you know when new videos come out. I will put a link in the description below to any items that I used today that I got off Amazon. If you want to order them and you want to click through the channel, or click through those links, it would really help out the channel. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and until next time, grill it real good.